Hi guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing this foundation here. It's called Dermacol. I think I was advertised it on Facebook. It was £5 on eBay. Don't ask me whether that's the real one or if there's a fake version and there's a real one somewhere else. This is just the one I got and I thought I'd try. I've heard it's really good for covering tattoos. Personally, I'm not going to use it as a foundation because I have really sensitive skin and I don't want to risk my skin. However, my arms aren't too bad, so I don't mind sticking it on my tattoo to see if it works. My tattoo, which you'll see soon, it's very dark. It's very, what's the word? It's very prominent, and it's kind of essential for me to hide them because I travelled to Japan. And in Japan they judge tattoos, they don't like them, especially the older generation, so it'd be nicer to hide it, especially for visiting shrines and such. You might want to cover them for job interviews and stuff like that, which is also good for me if it works. Here's the bottle that's come out of the box. They're just looking at it, seeing if there's anything written on it. There's not really anything written on it other than the dermacol name. It does say that it's waterproof. There's the shade, it's 207. There's not a name for it, it's just a number. I think it was from 200 to 230, I think, for obviously darker colours. This is supposed to be Hollywood makeup. There you can see it's sealed. You have to pierce the seal to be able to use it, showing that it's new. No one's had a use of it yet. So here I squidge out quite a lot to apply, and as you can see, as soon as it goes on, it's a really thick kind of colour that goes straight on. Here, trying to cover it. And as I say, don't forget how dark my tattoo is naturally, because this tattoo has been gone over 2 times as well, because kids don't get tattooed underage. It's also raised up because the first tattoos went too deep in. So even though it might not necessarily hide it all, like if you search for it, you could probably find it. It might hide it in terms of colour, like if you was on the street, no one would see it, which is kind of what I'm aiming for. Now here you can see it better than I can, and oh, by the way, it goes on your fingers a lot. I would wash your hands if you apply it full finger. Next time I will be applying it by brush because this was very messy, as well as I think it'll be a lot easier to blend with a brush rather than my own fingers. It didn't blend as perfectly with my fingers, and my brush is a blending brush. So here I'm just applying a little bit more because they could see that patch on the side that's not blended in. I would say this is a little bit pale for my skin tone, but it's not too off that I couldn't blend it in, and it wouldn't look noticeable. This would really help in Japan because they're quite judgy with tattoos. Like, I went in 2016 and they did give me funny looks when I had my tattoos out, and to be honest, in the heat, Japan is hotter than England, and in that heat I'd rather not go and have to wear a jumper again to walk as far as you're walking in Japan in the heat, because it was just not fun, and I had to wear a long sleeve jumper. Here I'm kind of waiting for it to dry. It did take a long while to dry. It still looked really wet. I would recommend that if you try this, maybe apply thin layers and build up from there rather than applying a big lot at once, because it just took forever to dry. But as you can see, you can't really see the tattoo. Like if I was walking on the street, you would not see it. Without the light on, you can't see the difference between my skin and this foundation. I'm just looking there what it said in the box because it said it was waterproof and stuff. And here it is before drying. I'm just going to turn the light off so you can see, because you can still see a little bit of the outline with the light off, but it's nothing noticeable. It doesn't really even look like a bruise. It's just not, invisible. I've seen people use like lipstick and stuff to cover the colour and make it all the same, but I don't know if that would be good or bad with dermacol. Maybe comment if you've tried it, or if you know, because I'm not risky enough for that. Just blending the very end of it in. But yeah, look, it's not done a bad job. It's still not dried, which is why I said, you know, do thin layers rather than one big one, because it just did not work out very well for me. And it got all of my leggings as well. It got my approval though for £5. It was worth it. Here it is after some more blending and a little bit more drying. It's still not fully dry, which is the main problem for me. You can still sort of see it, but if you were walking down the street, you wouldn't be able to see it unless you were specifically looking for it, like friends who know that have a tattoo.